From Oneohtrix Point Never Tranquilizer. There's a part of me deeply exasperated that the first time I really covered Daniel Lopatin formally on his own project was 2020 with Magic Oneohtrix Point Never, which was pretty good, but also an example of him venturing a considerable distance from the cycling, glossy weirdness of his early peak material towards something that was more organic, conceptual, and by virtue of the vocal samples, way more accessible. Thus, the discussion around Tranquilizer has largely centered a set of commercial samples that Lopatin found on the Internet Archive, then lost, then miraculously found again. So you'd think scarcity or the Internet's weird impermanence might be one of the thematic through lines, or building off his past of recontextualizing the discarded fragments of the past similar to the excellent 2011 album Replica, as this being his most process-driven album since then, but way less depressed. But the other truth about Lopatin's best work is that there's always been this nestled curiosity to watching it dig into strange depths and just let it do its own thing, alongside sonorous bassy synths or wispy percussion, or the occasional lingering horn line, then try to untangle what it could all even mean. And Tranquilizer is peculiar even in that space. He's a sharp enough composer to wriggle forth an intriguing melody like the more developed guitars on Lifeworld, or the really gorgeous ambient crescendo on Measuring Ruins, or the grand ambience of D.I.S, or especially the striking swerve of the excellent closer Waterfalls. But the trick is that swerve, it comes nearly every time. That whenever the song is stabilizing into something more relaxed or driving, Lopatin will yank it the other way, often leaving a textural signpost ahead of time, like how the oily techno of Rodl Glide will erupt out of the murk if you miss the slight curdled edge, or the breathy eruption on Vestigel. It's too intentional and composed, yet nearly always catches you a bit off guard, and yet rarely feels wrong. Even if I don't quite like the faux psychedelia of Fear of Symmetry, every undulating shift feels realized. It's also way more playful than abrasive, only turning when it feels organic rather than to specifically provoke. The sort of music where there's always going to be something you didn't perceive or react enough to the first time, which brings the feeling of what you don't notice or forget, or how it could all matter, or not at all, where you're simply adrift in the textural experience and you find weird niches that could mean the world. Being forced to chill in order to perceive, which then agitates the senses and mind again, all in this amorphous mass of strange beauty, where there's certain thrilling romance in watching it all unfurl. It's not going to be an easy album, may require a bit to fully grow on you, but easily his best in a long time, and I really enjoyed a Tranquilizer that left me feeling anything but. So yeah, folks, check this out.